Okay, this is looking like a good start. The first thing I just wanted to kind of draw your attention to here is in the um, assignment it says use an archived scene. So to create that you choose File, Archive Scene, then it puts a zip file in your scenes directory that includes all the necessary files. And that way I'd have um, the reference images and the image planes if you used it. Yeah, I would have those images. I don't have those because they're not included in the file and you didn't include them. So um, yeah, it's like this Xenon front, this whole thing. I don't have that. But if you do archive scene and everything's in the right place, everything just works seamlessly. I imported the hand in here just to make the critique easier. What are your so make sure, yeah, you do file, archive scene, and then yes, and then continue. And what you see is it puts it here. It shows you where it puts it exactly. And then you send me that zip file. And then I'll have everything associated with it, which I don't have right now. So just for future reference. Seamlessly connecting torso to hips. So let's start by just deleting off a couple face rows here. And let's check how many edges are in here. I'm going to go display, heads up display, poly count. And it says 64. It's not. Let's do Control F9. That's 16 verts there, and double click here, Control F9 to switch the verts, and 26. So many, many more on the hips than on the body, and a little bit uneven here, which is also going to make it a little challenging. So, first thing, so we're going to have to figure out how to get this down to. Well, the first thing I might say is, are we going to add any to this? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But let's start eliminating some off of this. So I'll isolate this one and I'll show you the process here. So let's go into multi-cut tool, Control Shift X for the multi-cut tool. And let's turn off symmetry because that's just going to make this confusing. Control Shift X. So I'll click here. It's easier to look at if it's in rough mode. And then I'm going to go across one line to the next one, get that diagonal line, enter, and then one in the opposite direction, enter. And then if we kind of just look at this upside down, it's a little easier from the way I like to explain it. So you see these two diagonal lines, and it's kind of like two sides of an A, you know, these. And then if I go from here to here, that completes that sort of A. And then I like to see this like these lines here form what to me looks like a child's drawing of a house. And then you're going to delete the house using Shift, right mouse click, delete edge. Always delete your edges that way. And then what you get is an edge loop that kind of loops back on itself like that. So let's repeat that again. And maybe now I do want to turn symmetry on. This might speed this up. So Control Shift X, and so I have to go across two. So I'll go across to here, and this will go across to here, and here to here, and then here's the little house, and delete. Okay. And then, oh, these are really close together. So before I tried to do this, I would probably Shift right mouse click, slide edge, spread these out some because those are really tightly together. Yeah, maybe let's do this first. Actually, we should be able to do two at a time here. Oh, I know what I did on the front. I don't know if that's gonna work. No, it should be fine. We'll just see what we're up to after this. So here to here. Actually, that does work in symmetry mode, but this might not. Yeah. Let's turn off symmetry. I just do hold down W, left mouse click, symmetry, symmetry to turn it on and off. Okay, that's the A, and then I select the little house, shift right mouse click, delete edge. Let's see where we're at now. Select one vertex, shift double click its neighbor, and we're at 18. And what were we trying to get to? 16? What if I do it on both sides? We're actually going to have eliminated too many, right? Because let's just try it. So turn on symmetry again. Go from here to here to here. Enter. Cross the A. Select the little house. Delete edge. I'm not sort of pushing it with how much detail we're losing, but I think it's going to be alright because and the other thing is, if it feels like you're losing too much here, you could have extruded up one and then did it on the next row. Extruded up the edge one. But anyway, what I would do next actually is I kind of want these to be evenly spaced. So I'm just going to use circularized for that. And then let's twist to sort of straighten that out. And then, then you might want to go, oops, let's turn off symmetry. Then you might want to go and kind of, oh, I have, just double click on any of your tools here and hit reset if they're acting weird like that. I had this like edge slide thing on. Maybe just move up a little bit. Anyways, you can spend some time getting that reshape, but the point of the story here is if you look at these points, they're evenly spaced now. And you will have to do a little bit of reshaping in there, but they are at least evenly spaced. And so when I try to connect them to these, see how they, let's see, actually these could probably be circularized too, to make those evenly spaced. And let's twist that to straighten out. But my twist is just like an approximation. It's not like perfectly lining it up. So in the center, So what I would do now before well, I can do it before or after, it doesn't matter. I'll remirror this. So yeah, so now you're ready to select the two objects. Wait, we do have the right number of verts here, right? 14, dang. Which actually means we could have not done maybe like the one in the front or the back. How do I undo that now? Well, I guess, yeah, we'll just do it in reverse. So let's put the little house back in. Where's that going to be? It's confusing now because of let's just back up a bit before I did that. Okay, that'll help me figure out. So yeah, so think where would that have been? I don't know. I think it'd be just confused. I think I'm just going to reopen it. Sorry about that. Do it faster this time. Maybe better. Maybe I'll delete a little bit more off of this. And give us another row up. Control E, W. And then do all that stuff to this row, so I kind of leave that other thing intact. And then maybe let's isolate this. Yeah, we have symmetry on, we do. Spread these out. Shift right mouse click, slide edge. Why is it being funny? Turn off symmetry. Is it doing it? Oh. It's doing it on one side. Well, why isn't it doing it when I do it? It's at two sides. Usually that works. Oh, you know what I can do instead is just move it, and that'll effectively do the same thing. Okay. So my idea is to just leave this front and just let it kind of the circular eyes space these out. Because yeah, we just either the front or back, or maybe I'll leave the back alone and we'll do the front. So let's try this again. I'm just going to go a little bit faster this time. Here, turn that off, and then get rid of this. Whoops, edge one. Bless you. Delete this edge. Okay, and then let's make sure symmetry's on. Wait, isn't it on? No, it's not on. Delete that out. Okay. So now we're up to 20. So we just need, I think we just have to do this one more time now, is that right? Maybe on this slide here, are we good? Let's see. Okay, and 16. That's what we wanted. Okay, circularize that. Sometimes it does that where it like tilts it. I don't like that very much. And then you'll want to reshape that. Turn symmetry back off. And, probably just spend more time than just scaling it like this, obviously. Ooh, that looks not great. But it is quad, yeah. Anyway, you'll have to put a little time into getting this. Oops, let's put symmetry back on. Probably spread some of this stuff out. And anyway, you'll have to reshape it. Where's my, I thought my symmetry was on. Probably the problem is it's probably not, because it's not perfectly symmetrical. Let's adjust that twist. or at least it wasn't symmetrical enough. But I mean, we can probably really fix the shape afterwards. So let's combine these, and then bridge. Select this. Shift double click on this. Shift right mouse click. Bridge. Okay, and then um, yeah, that's a bit of a mess there, but we'll fix it. I might re-mirror this now. Let's just delete. Come on, no. I'm really hoping this comes back. I don't want to do that again. Sometimes if you give it some time, it'll come back. While we're waiting, what I would be doing is just using the sculpt geometry tool to kind of smooth this out a little bit first. Well, I was going to remirror it, and then I would use sculpt geometry to kind of smooth that out and then kind of adjust the shape from there. I don't think it's coming back. Might want to make your neck a little thicker. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm going to give this up, but let me know if you were able to follow that process, since I kind of had a false start with that one, and now it's crashed. But let's see how far you can get, and let me know. Other than that, I think, yeah, the shoulders need a little bit more shape. You can kind of even out the topology on the arm, give a few more splits here, and kind of give the arm a little bit more shape. And yeah, but mostly this is looking good.